Do you think it's possible in the next decade we might see a very different style of pro wrestling, an Arab style, a Saudi style, a Middle Eastern style? Because I find it very interesting. Mexico took pro wrestling and they created lucha libre.
Yeah.
Japan took pro wrestling, they created a very distinctive style of their own. Do you think it's possible we might see a Saudi style, a Middle Eastern style? And if your answer is yes, what might it look like?
When I look at sort of the lay of the land as far as like what fans in the Middle East kind of look at, it's difficult because I definitely think WWE doing shows in Saudi Arabia has renewed a lot of interest in wrestling, and I see promotions popping up all over. There's WrestleFest in Dubai, there's SPW in Saudi Arabia, QPW in I think Bahrain. I think no, that's Qatar. QPW is in Qatar. Kingdom Pro Wrestling is in Bahrain.
Yeah.
And all kinds of promotions. I mean, they've been around a while, but now that wrestling's in the region, people are like, oh wow, I can be a wrestler. Like, I'm gonna go to these places and train.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's really cool. As far as the style goes, it's difficult because it's hard for me to imagine what kind of new style there is. I mean, Lucha Libre is obviously distinct. The UK has a technical, sort of gritty aspect. American is all pageantry and characters and showmanship.
Yeah.
Japan is strong style, right? They just beat the out of each other. So I'm trying to think, like, what would be a new special kind of style? Maybe a synthesis, a fusion. I think with Arab fans, definitely, I feel like they would, as Chris Hero likes to say, North American, or rather just American pro wrestling, is a morality play. It's good versus evil, right? Crowds like to see a good guy versus a bad guy, and the bad guy cheats to win, or the good guy overcomes and is victorious. And I feel probably in the Middle East, with our culture, I think we might try to see a similar thing, because there is a heavy sense of honor, morality, doing the right thing, being a man, or being the best example of a man or woman you can possibly be. So it kind of reminds me of like Puerto Rico, in the sense that bad guys in Puerto Rico would just be despised because there's such a high standard of how you're supposed to act as a decent human being in Middle Eastern countries, because of the heavy emphasis on Islam, religion, and of course upholding your honor, and obviously your family name is very important. So I wonder if there's an aspect of like that kind of storytelling where it's not so much about the moves, but it's about the good versus evil aspect of it that fans can really attach onto.